move, 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 move. It's like winded, everything like, just give me some fight efforts. Sure you can! You know, nice and loud, full force. Well, and she collapsed. Beep, beep.
Shorty, you can! Shorty, you can! Shorty, you can!
There we go. I'd use those. That's nice. I like it. Very nice. Thank you very much, Sarah. All right, now let's do a Kamehameha. We're going to do some old school DBZ. We're going to get a dude. Let's go to the back of the room. You're waving at me. Waver person. Yes, come on forward. Hi, Sarah. Who are you?
I'm Clinton Gherkin.
Well, it's nice to meet you, sir. All right, Dragon Ball Z. Let's give some Kamehameha. And hold the mic back up there. So, 3 in a row.
Kamehameha! Kamehameha!
Okay, for the third one, quick. Kamehameha!
Kamehameha!
That's good, that's good, okay. Now, a quick direction. Let's just go up like Kamehameha! You know, just nice and powerful on the ha, and then like a slower build up on the, a quieter build up on like Kamehameha!
Kamehameha!
Yeah! Very nice. That's cool. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you. I know it's nice and quick. It's like, I just got started. Why is it so fast? Oh. You can, I'm sure. It's like, I can do 17. It's like, if you're a smoker, you're not going to last too long. It's bad enough that, you know, carcinogens are like slowly killing your lungs and you can't breathe as much. You got to have good breathing, good open diaphragm. When we record on games and anime and, well, cartoons for that matter, actually, everyone stands up. Now, the only reason you'd be sitting down in the studio is if you were doing like an audiobook, where you're just reading long passages of dialogue for hours on end. You know, a session could last 4 to 6 hours or whatever. We tend to do sessions in maybe 2-hour groupings, unless our characters talk a lot. Then we'll get like a 4-hour session. If it's longer than that, they'll break it up over a couple of days. It's like, come in today from 2 to 6, and we'll see you from 9 to 1 on Tuesday. It's like, okay, cool. But yeah, we get what's called a 2-hour minimum. So, Final Fantasy 13, I worked for maybe 5-10 minutes, got paid for 4 hours. That never happens enough. But when it does, you're like, okay, I love this job. I love it anyway. But anyway, 2-hour minimum. So, yeah, you're guaranteed to make at least, you know, it depends on what the game pays. But for example, maybe your average game might pay $200 an hour, 2-hour minimum. So what are you walking out with? No, 2-hour minimum, and you're going to get a 2-hour session, $200 an hour. Let's do math. $400 for something that could take half an hour. It may take all 2 hours. Who cares? $400. It's sweet. You don't get it that day. You know, you sign a timesheet, and maybe 2-3 weeks, maybe a month later, it shows up in the mail. There's a scale pay, you know, it depends. There's 2 types of projects, union and non-union. There's a set rate for union. The union will give you a 4-hour rate, which comes to roughly $800. Now they take taxes out, so it's like, you know, 600-ish, 650. And then if you have an agent, your agent takes 10% of that. And then, yeah. Non-union stuff tends to be, you know, in the $200 an hour range, because think about it, okay, $800 for 4 hours, that's $200 an hour, right? So they kind of try to match the rate. But, you know, we try to have a union amongst non-union projects anyway. It's like, all right, here's the minimum I'm working for. Some people try to undercut it, some people are, you know. But video games are a very, very profitable thing. Despite the crappy economy and everyone's broke, people are still somehow coming up with $60 per Xbox PS3 game, or $50 for a Wii, or $40 for a DS game or whatnot. So those are plentiful. We are grateful as actors, voice actors who get to work in this industry, that this type of project is thriving. Particularly the new breed of games like LA Noire and everything, which involves motion capture. You know, like Avatar, where they filmed everybody in those really non-flattering, skinny, tight suits, covered in white balls that got scanned into the computer. And they have cameras set on their headsets that videotape their face so they can see the emotion as they're delivering the lines. They scan that in. That's something I have not gotten to do yet. But I know a lot of people who have. Crispin Freeman, Yuri Lowenthal, you know, Ruben Langdon, who's Ken on Street Fighter. He makes it, that's his day job, motion capture. Stuntman. He was on Scott Pilgrim. Remember Chris Evans, you know, the skateboard dude? He was like the dude who was like his stunt double. It's like, which one? The first one that showed up. The first one that showed up. It's cool stuff, you know. Yeah. Motion capture. That's a chance for voice actors to become on-camera actors, yet not on camera. Kind of freaky. Now, I've worked on games where the footage, the reference footage, will be the stunt guys, and they're not actors. Most of them. I mean, Ruben is, but stuntmen tend to be, you know, they excel at doing stunts and hurting themselves and looking like they're hurting themselves. So we'll see the reference video where they're doing very physical things and fighting and then delivering lines very wooden. I must stop you. I will defeat you. You cannot win. You know, that's what, you know, like watching an old Bruce Lee movie or something. And it's like, really? I think I can do a little better than that. But yeah. So anyway, let's try something a little more dialogue-driven. Let's do a sexy pirate from League of Legends. Yeah, I'm serious. Well, okay, come on up. Yeah. You want to be a sexy pirate? Miss Fortune, yeah. Okay, grab the mic and take a look at your script there. It's actually audition sides, but you know. And I know you all can't see this, but there is actually a picture of her character. She's a pirate, and she's sexy. And her description of the character, what we get when we go to try out for a character, we'll see a little bit about them. For example, all right, there's a picture, there's the character name. For Miss Fortune, we'd like to get a sexy voice that has a dash of Han Solo mixed in. She should have that similar too cool and sly delivery, but always be alluring with a bit of insinuation in her voice. She doesn't have to sound super piratey, but she should be able to deliver pirate phrases, powder monkeys and such, without sounding out of her element. Now for her audition sides, we don't have any of the pirate phrases, but we do have 3 different moves. They're called moves, whatever, and then a taunt, and then a character select mode, choose me. So, what we're going to have you do, we're going to pretend you've been hired. You're, who's our actress here? What's your name?
Sarah.
Okay, Sarah. It's a very popular name today.
Sarah's.
There are lots of Sarahs. Mine's with an H, mine's without. Mine's with an X. What? So what we're going to do is have you do a set of 3, once again, like pretending we're in the session. Let's start with move 5. Give me 3 in a row, and then I'll stop you if I think we want to make adjustments. If I don't, then move on to the next line. Okay? All right, when you're ready.
Set sail. Set sail. Set sail.
All right, let me stop you. Let me tweak the delivery of this line. She's exclaiming. Set sail has an exclamation mark on it, so she's addressing her sailors, her troops, everybody on the boat, the spaceship, whatever that is that she's riding. It's like, set sail, or exclaim like, this is me. When you're ready.
Set sail. Set sail. Set sail.
That's good. That's good. We wouldn't use take 2 because you started laughing. But nice. That's a little more in tune with it. So now we go into the next move, which is a line, and the producer note says sexy, comma, innuendo. So let's see how sexy you can make this line.
Sure you can handle me, summoner? Sure you can handle me, summoner? Sure you can handle me, summoner?
Okay, now, what you're doing is taking a little bit of a pause, and I know there is a comma there. Sure you can handle me, comma, summoner. Let's actually connect it together. It's like, sure you can handle me, summoner. It's like, just, come on, bedroom voice.
Are you sure you don't joy and misfortune.
I don't know. You're like, I want to do this. It's like, all right,
Well,
we're gonna put you
I
through
play
the
the game, so that's
You do
right.
play the game?
Yes, I do.
Oh, nice.
I haven't gotten to play her though yet. So.
Ah, okay. Wouldn't that be funny? It's like, I've played her. She sounds nothing like you're directing me. Oh.